Some speeches, they just fade from memory, but others, they become legendary. Today, we're going to dig into one of those legends, Jesse Jackson's 1988 DNC speech. We're going to break it down and figure out what exactly made it so incredibly powerful. So this is how he opens, right out of the gate. Think about that. No talk about policy, no political attacks, just this really raw, personal line. It's brilliant, right? It takes this huge political figure and brings him right down to earth. He's basically saying, hey, before all this, I was just a regular person. Okay, so let's set the stage. The year is 1988. We're in Atlanta at the Democratic National Convention. And Jesse Jackson, he's just lost a really tough, brutal primary race to Michael Dukakis. By all accounts, this should be a moment of defeat for him. But instead, he gets up to that podium and gives a speech that people are still talking about today. So, what's the secret sauce here? Well, the foundation of this whole speech. It isn't some 10-point policy plan. Nope. It's his life. He starts right at the beginning with his own difficult birth. He's using his personal struggles to build this incredible platform, one based on shared experience. And he starts so simply, just a date and a place. But don't let that fool you. This isn't just a biography lesson. It's the very first brick he lays down in his argument. It's the trailhead for the journey he's about to take us all on. And right away, he brings in the first layer of adversity. This is where he establishes the central theme that's going to run through the entire speech. This idea of being born into circumstances that are basically designed to hold you back. It's a story about defying the odds, literally from day one. Listen to the rhythm he uses here. No hospital, no insurance, born in a 3-room house. It's like bam, bam, bam. It's this rapid-fire list of details that just paints this incredibly stark, unforgettable picture of what poverty really looked like for him. And this is where it gets really interesting. He uses these super specific sensory details. He wants you to feel the cold. A bathroom in the backyard? I mean, wow. And that line about using wallpaper as a windbreaker? That is just genius writing. It makes the hardship feel so real, so tangible. It's not just an idea anymore, it's a feeling. Now this line, this is so powerful. Think about it. In a political world that's always buzzing about different government programs, Jackson just cuts through all of it. He grounds his whole experience in manual labor. He's saying, my program, it was a shovel. He's making it crystal clear that his path was carved out by good old-fashioned, hard physical work. And then this. This is the big turning point in his origin story. It's like the thesis statement of his entire life. He fully acknowledges his circumstances, but then he completely refuses to let them define him. The message is just so powerful. Where you come from does not have to be who you are. Okay, so he's laid this incredible foundation with his own story. But now he does something truly remarkable. He starts to build a bridge from his own specific personal pain to the universal feelings that millions of people share. And what's the main tool he uses to build this bridge? It's just 2 simple words. I understand. That's it. But this phrase becomes this powerful rhythmic anchor that he comes back to again and again. It forges this undeniable emotional bond with every single person listening. So let's actually break down how he does this. It's like a formula. Step 1, he shares a deeply personal struggle, being adopted and not having his father's name. Step 2, he taps into that universal human feeling, that pain of anonymity, of not belonging. And then, step 3, he builds the bridge with that killer phrase, I understand when you have no name. And boom, that's how you take something deeply personal and make it completely universal. All right, get ready, because here comes the most important pivot in the entire speech. He's told his story, he's built that bridge of empathy, and now he transfers all the power of that story directly to the listener. He makes this critical shift from talking about I to talking about you. And just look at how he does it. First, he calls out all those ugly labels that society slaps on people. Outcast, subclass, underclass. And then he just knocks them down one by one with this direct message of empowerment. It's basically a command. He's telling you to believe in your own worth. Hold your head high. Stick your chest out. In this right here, this is the culmination of that pivot. He takes his own personal political achievement and turns it into a collective victory for everybody. When he says, when my name goes in nomination, your name goes in nomination, he's essentially telling every single person who feels left out or marginalized, my fight is your fight, and my victory, that's your victory too. So everything in the speech, the personal story, the empathy he built, that message of empowerment, it's all been building and building and funneling down to this one final, incredibly powerful call to action. And it's one that has stuck around for decades. And there it is, 4 simple words. It's not some complicated policy proposal. It's just a simple command, and it's completely rooted in the resilience that he just spent the whole speech proving. It's a message for absolutely everyone, everywhere. But he doesn't just say it once. He repeats it. And with each repetition, it becomes more than just a phrase. It turns into a drumbeat, a chant. You can almost feel the energy of a sermon. The intensity just keeps building, and it drives the point home on a purely emotional level. It's way more than just words at this point. And with that final repetition, the phrase is cemented. It's not a chant anymore. It's an anthem. It's something that people can literally carry with them, like a mantra for resilience. And it's something that echoes long, long after that speech was over. So, when you look back at it, Jackson's speech was just an absolute masterclass in storytelling. He proved that when you ground a huge, universal message in a deeply personal truth, you create a connection that is just unbelievably powerful. And it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What are the stories that we need to hear today? And maybe more importantly, who's going to be the one to tell them?